This is a weird feeling, knowing that nobody else can hear the music. Ah, sweet on! Welcome. Well, since you're the first in, and since you're also on Twitch, so I assume there's not a whole lot of delay, check it out. I'm pretty much in the final stretches here as far as design goes. Do we care? Like, if I make the scoop under here, or are we good, like chucking this? It's weird. I've got music playing on another channel in my headphones that you can't hear because I finally got tired of getting copyright striked. And I still feel the need to turn it down. Looks great. No issues. Do we want these brake plates? Yeah, they've got multiple channels. Check this out. So I use an Astro brand of headphones that I bought off some dude for like $40. They're like a $300 pair though, and they're wireless and they're really neat. And I got two channels here. I got two channels, like you can't see it because they're green, but this side is a button. This side is also a button, and you can press down on either side to change the equalization. Oh, and there's also a like a little volume knob right here, and then apparently like an equalizer, so I can change like different levels of equalizer. And then there's a surround sound button that I can toggle. And I've got the music coming in through this channel, and then this is like the normal like sound channel. So if, for example, if I were to, yeah, my day's pretty good. I just got back from DMing a session and it's going really well. We're using this giant ass 50-inch TV as a battle map, and it went really well. I made like a little battle map in this online D&D app called Inkscape, or Incarnation or something like that. I forget. Hey Alana, how you doing? All right, let's get some. Let's get some cylinders. RX, nope. RY90. Ooh, nope. Do I have a, I do. I have a mirror on, and it's clipped as well. And of course, got the orientation set to normal. Should be set to global. It's not a space TV. It's like this. It's 90 pounds. The thing is massive. It is. Oh, sheesh. Oh, that's too far. It is. It's big. It is big. And Among Us, Escape, one shot in 2 weeks. One of us is a lich. We need to figure out who it is. Well, we. Oh, that does sound like a lot of fun. Newt is 100% sus. If the imposter is someone, then I vote it's Newt. All right, now I've got to backseat car screen. Yikes, that's really small. So I'm just gonna, and then I'm gonna actually make this as a separate material. All right, and then I'm just gonna turn off the mirror for now. Oh no, wait, sorry, I'm gonna turn off the subdivision. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a Boolean modifier. And then I'm gonna do some more magic here. 90 S, and then let's do 0.1. That's perfect. GY. I'm going to spawn an empty plane axes. Yep. Alright, and then I'm just going to set up an array modifier. And then object offset center. And then I'm going to go ahead and good. Awesome. Alright, and I forget just exactly like how many there are. Oh, there's a ton. They're just kind of in a pattern. And I want this as well, and also this, but not this. I don't care about that. So just kind of 2 and then 1. Pre-supported models. Oh yeah. Pre-supported models are really nice. Let's try that, and let's give it like 5. Nah, it's got to be more than that. 10. Almost exactly 45 degrees. Exactly 45 degrees. Nice. So this is cylinder.002. And I'm just going to go ahead and SX3. Oh, right. I forgot it's still on an active Boolean modifier. So let's SX3. Oops. SX3. Yikes. Difference. Maybe. Yeah, that works. Let's give that a shot. Ooh, whoa. That's some interesting geometry. Why don't we try that again? Move this. Oh boy. Oh, I just need to reduce it by 1, 2. And then I just grab this and skibbity-bee. Easy. Metal. Assign. Oh man, no super glue? That is rough. I think I've got it. I think I've got it, you guys. Now I just gotta figure out. Oh, yikes. I've done a yikes. Oh, I've made a mistake. Well, as usual, I brought a snack. I turned on a subdivision with a lot of N-gons, and Blender is very upset with me right now, like really upset. Enjoy some pie. Pie. This pie needed to be eaten. It was starting to turn. Yeah, we're going to be here for a while, you guys. What kind of pie? Strawberry rhubarb. Yikes. All right. I'm not going to wait for this guy. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm surprised everybody else hasn't finished it off yet, but there we go. We didn't lose too much progress. Oh, that's a neat ungun. Dissolve faces. What if I do this? You know what? It doesn't need to be... What else am I missing? Oh, reinstalling The Witcher? So you're playing The Witcher as well. I've been playing a lot of The Witcher recently because I'm running a D&D campaign and I'm just like, how do RPGs work? You're right. Yeah, I just got to triangulate this. And The Witcher, like, does RPGs really well. And, and, and it's been helping me, actually, like, a lot. Like, come up with, like, plot hooks and quests and characters even, and, like, work on my, like, voice acting and, like, accents and stuff. It's been a boon. And I've also been having fun because I've finished... like the main campaign and all the DLCs like a while ago, and I was just like, all right, that's cool, and then I just like moved on. But I've been coming back to it, and I'm like over leveled for absolutely every single side quest, and I'm doing absolutely every single side quest. Yeah, no, it's helped a lot with the campaign that I'm running. And I'll just give you like a little bit of a rundown of the campaign. The like I call it the Gray Tower. Because eventually it takes place in a gray tower, and there's like a whole mystery that the players have to solve about why they're there and what there even means. That is so ugly. Oh my god. Look at that. Oh, that's hideous. Homebrew World. The entire thing is a homebrew world. Annihilation, it is actually partially based off of that because the players wake up in this forest and they don't know how they got there. And they have to, that's part of what they have to figure out as a part of like the mystery. It's just like what they're doing there, why they can't remember how they got there. Like they can remember backstories and stuff, but they cannot remember like what they were doing in this forest. They can't remember like ever deciding to go into a forest. They, you know, some of them know each other, like backstory wise. Some of them know like one another, just like, oh yeah, you were that, you know, wizard I studied under at the Mages College. But like others, like have no idea, like who, you know, these other random people are that they're traveling with. And that's part of the mystery, is just like, can you figure it out before it's too late? It sounds like the Annihilation is also a movie. Answer me this: in Annihilation, the book, is it about like some sort of like a like an exclusion zone that happens after an asteroid touches down on Earth, and that's just like gradually expanding, that like doesn't allow like radio communication or anything? Is it like anything like that? Because if so, I've seen that movie, and I agree, it's actually like pretty great. Why am I using a subdivision? A subdivision makes literally no sense here. I don't need it. This, like, it already looks just fine. Maybe a bevel. Yes, that's right. You've heard the magic word. Movie is based on a book? Yeah. And shares no real story? That's interesting. I might want to give it a shot then. I honestly, I could get into more reading just because it makes you better at like putting together strings of narration. That's the one thing that I always like have to get back into. Like every time it's my turn to DM again, like when the weekly session comes up, I've got to be like, okay, I got to figure out, you know, like what I am, like how to DM again. Oh, that is nice. Look at that. Isn't that neat? And it's only got I'm only at 30,000 total verts right now. That's pretty good. All right. Cursor to selected, and then I'm going to mess with the 3D cursors, X location, give it a good old 0. Selection to cursor. And then I'm going to move it slightly to one side. So the Y location is here. Y location is here. All right, let's go tool and then selection to cursor. Yeah, there we go. It does need a brake caliper. The book is slightly Lovecraftian? Oh, that does sound very enticing. AQ Worlds? I remember AQ Worlds. I used to play that. I still have a character. AQ Worlds. Wow, that was a trip. I still remember the login information. So I could still log into my account. That's about right. I just got to round these corners. I think I can space these. Oops. I don't know what I did. How do you space things? It's the password that I still use to this day, and that's why I remember it. That looks right. It's not quite positioned right, though. Is that about right? All right, cool. That's about right. An AQW 3D game? Wow, that sounds wild. $2016. Yeah, I remember it being a thing. I remember that being a thing on... I should probably make this metal. This part right here. Oh, hello, Axel. How are you? I still haven't figured out how to make how to render that PNG sequence into a GIF. Okay. So I've got the back. I've got the light. Is there any details I'm missing? Or is that about it? Well, I suppose I could. AVI to GIF. The driver. Man. Only thing I'm thinking is getting that slope on the back, because this is rather square and it doesn't kind of shrink and slope on the back like this does, because it kind of pinches in the back. Also overhangs a bit more. Think I should mess with that, or think I should just start the import? All right. Go for it. Does that mean it's good to import, or time to do some more work. So I could do a little bit more work on this part and on this part. Yeah, might as well. So a panel right there, and then some textures right here. Okay, so I see it kind of curves up and back. And the whole top is actually shorter. So the whole top, and then I will just turn on and there's also a line that goes around. I don't know why this isn't blue. Make these blue as well. I'll just redo that. Opinion on metal slug. What's metal slug? And then it kind of, yeah, it goes down a bit in the end. Have I got that right? This part is either black or silver. I'm going to make it black. I like that better. But then I'm going to make this silver. I don't know about this though, actually. I'm probably just going to end up texturing that. I might as well, since I've already got it on the texture. Yeah, sorry. I don't know Metal Slug, unfortunately. I can't manage to be cultured in everything. I did watch Dorohedoro though. That was cool. What Discord dudes? I haven't been following whatever's happening on the Discord probably as closely as I would have in the past. I've been just busier than usual lately. Still doesn't look quite right. Too sharp. That's what it is. Oops. So, texturing, texture paint. And I'm just going to grab that. Oh, that wasn't what that was supposed to do. Actually copy it that time. There we go. I want to make it a little bit glossier. Specular, turn the roughness down to 0 apparently. There we go. Now I can't actually tell what is what material because they blend in. No, it's not. I mess with the bits here, and now it's just kind of like warped. I'll fix it later, and I'll add that like orange patch. This is also a bit too sharp. Time to pull out some more bevels. Oh, that's interesting. All right, there we go. All right, and now I'm going to do some beveling. That looks nice. I'm gonna come up with something in Paint. Yeah, I kind of just do stuff until it looks how I want it to. I don't really. Yeah, I gotta remove that floor when I import the model. Yeah, I haven't even begun to I need a teardrop shape. Just kind of a long teardrop. I could probably just like model something like that. Will there be a version of the bike where the wheels are replaced with shoes? Maybe. I gotta get some sort of like a texture stencil. But, you know, first things first, I gotta get that stencil back in the game. Ta-da! Now it looks fine again. It's just how the UVs are stretched out. So there's like some deformation that happens as a result of it being stenciled on there. You don't have to say anything, but see that Patreon link up there? Check it out. Because it really does help. The extra money helps for a lot of different reasons, but I'd say the majority of it is to just, I don't know, call it a part-time job so I can make sure I keep having time to dedicate to this. Okay. So, extra money for yeah, like that is pretty much just what I use it for. Oh, what's that? It's like a wing. Yeah, I don't like that how it's just smeared back there. I would prefer it to be like more of a wing. So I'm just gonna, I wonder if I can use a mesh as a stencil. What is this? So this corner is like a very shallow angle, and then this one, okay, so it's clearly a rectangle. But then I'll just make something out of mesh. All right, SY 0.5. See, that's about it. Can you pay in Robux? I don't know how that currency works. I know that it's like basically actual currency, but in the nation of Roblox. I wonder if there's a way that I can stencil using Mesh Blender. Why am I bothering with this? I'll just... Bam. Yep. I will show you my favorite plugin for Paint.net. It's the Grim Color Reaper. I love it so much. Because it's like really great at getting rid of specific substances. All right, contrast, hue, so black and white first, and then brightness, contrast. I'm going to turn the brightness all the way down and the contrast all the way up. And then invert the colors, and then save that as a stencil in SAS models, cars, textures. Flag. I'm gonna call it a flag because that's what it looks like to me. Kind of looks like a flapping flag. Texture paint. And then I'm gonna swap this out for this guy. Texture, image aspect. Is that right? Longer. Got it. How's that look? Let's give it a shot. I don't know. I don't really like it. Ooh, I wonder what this does. Nice. Check that out. Yeah, because the wheels use the same material as this, and this material was made to be glossy because that's what I decided I wanted for the front of it. I don't know. Does Nightlife have 2 exhausts? It's just the one. Just that. I still don't like it. I'm gonna see if I can't. I'm gonna see if I like this. Nah. Maybe if I made it longer. Or if I did that. Nah. I know what I need to do. Actually, it'd make more sense to do it like this. That way I can. So texture paint here. I am just going to go ahead and then I'm going to go ahead and grab that, and then I'm going to grab that. And then I'm just going to go I like that. Oh, I can have more than one. This simplifies things. Yeah, no, if I have time. I just had a few adjustments to make. Textures. There we go. Oh my. Yeah, that should fit fine. That's not right. What have I stumbled on? What have I stumbled upon here? I'm gonna play with this later. Seven-day drinking stream? That's incredible. But like not in the good way. All right, now I gotta figure out what that does. A brush mask. I'm gonna save that. That looks good. I'm just gonna say. I will say that I would be happy to import things on commission, but it'll be like a pay by basis. But if you're interested, just DM me what you want done, and we can figure it out. So what does this brush mask do? I'm going to turn off this. So that's the texture mask. Stencil? Oh. So it just takes up the whole screen. Weird. I'm gonna have to play with that later. First things first. Protecting those two. Okay. If you've got too much of a sweet tooth to drink, then what you do is you just drink the really sweet alcohols. Is the tournament next week? Oh, yeah, it is. So I'll just go ahead and unlock Wheels. All right, now it's time for me to get things collection ready. So I'm just gonna grab this. Nothing is parented, which makes it easy to tell if I'm grabbing the right stuff. Perfect. And this go in their own little collection here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and, why can't I select that? Oh. That is weird. Origin to 3D cursor. Great. You know what? That's already pretty much got it. So object, where's the X? Location X. So I'm just gonna mess with that. Make it right here. Great. And then I'm probably gonna apply that mirror. And then join those. And then apply the mirror here, and then join these. Oops. Apply the subdivision, and then join these. You know what? I'm gonna make a backup of all this stuff with like the modifiers still on it. All right, and I'm gonna apply everything. Well, I don't think I actually need to apply it on here. But I do need to apply it on here if I want to join this. Join that and join that with that. But then I've got to take these. I'm gonna have to figure out how I want the a new emote. Oh, yeah. It's not that high poly. That's still less than 32,000 birds. That's not that bad. I'm not going to be adding thrusters and wings on the bike version of it. So here's what I'm going to do. The metal I'm going to keep, but the orange, I'm going to assign. And then as far as UV editing goes, I'm just going to unwrap it. I'm going to make it orange. Oh yeah, I forgot. I did the mirror modifier. So that's not a thing anymore. It's orange, but it's also orange. I like. All right. Select, assign, unwrap. My favorite parts of the streams now are the parts when Redley gets into it with Redley. I wonder if I can... Is there any way to... to apply the mask? But for here? Nice. I'm just going to get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Oh, just use S? R, E, oh, ooh. F, B. Can I box select? Is there a way to box select in here? Mask. What the hell? What? Oh, I get it. You mask only the places where you want to... That's that? Ah, yeah, that's right. Ah, but I need that a different texture, so I'll keep it. keep that one. I've got a special plan for that. Okay, I'd say it's about as far as I'm going to get with fixing this guy up. Although I am going to go ahead and join that. Assets. And this is the only texture, which is neat. So Nightlife, N-I-G-H-T. Scale, 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 scale. Good. Why not try and make a low poly car? I don't know. Most of the stuff I do anymore is just like to import. And if people decide that they'd prefer higher poly to lower poly, then I'm just like, okay. Let's do 60. Too big. 40. Still a little bit too big. 37. 35. 30. Yeah, that's probably as close as it's gonna get. Nah. Let's just do 20. Yeah, that's good. Low poly models to papercraft. Well, that might be fun. Some papercraft accelerators vehicles. That's a genuine use case right there too. I think that's the body. Yep. I don't even need that back one, do I? Import a UV map from one model to another. What do you mean? Because a UV map, I'm going to go over this real quick. What a UV map is it's saying, all right, this particular shape here is here on the map. So let's say, for example, you wanted to shift this to this. Well, how do you tell it that this is the same thing? And how do you accommodate for the differences in shape and position that the UVs are? That's like trying to, I mean, you could copy one model and its UV map entirely. But unless the model is identical, then it's not going to be of much use to you, to like whatever you're trying to do. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and swap that out. So here, I'll actually go over that in a little bit. There is a motorcycle mode car cheat. And it works with that. So you can actually use it as a motorcycle instead of a car that's just in the center. And I think that's got it. Wow, distance finally started. All right, let me show y'all. Howdy, JC. Thanks for stopping by. Let me show you what it would look like on the Maniacs motorcycle, for example, or RD07, because 07 is a motorcycle. So controls, audio, cheats. Go to cheats, and then we do motorcycle mode. And this is what ends up happening. So normally, I will show you what happens to I'll show you what happens to the car normally, like if you use motorcycle mode, and then I'll show you what like importing it like this allows you to do. So this is what you get when you import the car in motorcycle mode. And so it it accommodates for like the physics. Like, as you can tell, you can physically just kind of dip it over all the way, and I mean, it's got the hitbox of a motorcycle, basically. And I'll show you like what that looks like, because the custom cars are imported as custom cars. But they follow the same hitbox as the main cars here. This is what motorcycle mode does. It cuts off all but this section of the car, making it a motorcycle. Yes, actually, that's what I am planning on doing. For a lot of the different ones, but for Nightlife, I think I'm just going to make the centered version Patreon exclusive until I hit a goal. Okay, so I got to set up color one. Happy Midsummer, yes, Midsummer. I don't know anything about Midsummer except for what I've seen in the movie. Did you see that? So it's color one. Nightlife decals. So that's element 2 that we want. Yeah, it's some cult shit. Yep. So that has to be car paint. Matte 3 car paint. It's a Swedish holiday. I think it's like the summer solstice. And which one is that? 5. Matte 5. Transparent glow. This does not matter at all. That's just how pedantic I am. So I'm gonna change this to pin. Do we want the tires to be recolorable? And in that case, we should probably make this white. White. Oi, oi, oi. I wish I could just standardize these, but I can't like figure out how to not make duplicates when I import. It marks the beginning. Okay, so first material needs to be recolorable, and that's it. Wow, yeah. I gotta flip the normals there. I think the normals there are fine. But these ones are not. I'm going to re-export that over what we're already using. There we go. Damn, I've imported so many cars. Look at that. All right, and oh, right. I have to set all the materials to do not replace. I forgot about that. Well, that affords us the unique opportunity to make the library recolorable independently, independent of the textures. I'm going to import this, actually, and just see what it looks like. And now we wait. There we go. But does every democracy have Hot Wheels? Only the good ones. All right. All right. Time to give it a shot. Man, I'm feeling tired out all of a sudden for whatever reason. Very shiny. Oh, it's the wrong part. I made the wrong part recolorable. Yeah, but I need to make it do not replace, because if I don't, then what happens is controls general cheats. What happens is this. It just doesn't end up being far enough away. It's a little bit off, and that's always what gets me about motorcycle mode. Is that the wheels don't always line up exactly right. Okay. So that tells me what I need to fix. First thing is to get the colors on the right object. All right, they've got to be element 0. I forgot. And then everything has to be do not replace. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But also no. Zero, do not replace. Mat 2, do not replace. Mat 3, do not replace. I already have that. So this is going to be mat 4, do not replace. Five. And 6. And the advantage this gives me is that I'm able to use the metal that I imported. With all that gives me here. Zero. Ah, Futurama reference. I like it. So it goes 0, 1. I don't have 1. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. The entire mesh is do not replace. So I'm just going to go ahead and make this transparent. Smoothness. And I'm going to got to get the alpha down a little bit. So right about there. All right, let's give that a shot. See how it looks. Hmm. Glow wheels? What do we want glow wheels for? I think that's about got it right, except for the metallic. Oh, and I still need to work on the cutout textures. All right, let's see if that works. So far, so good, you guys. I pretty much got it. Oh, man, I am stiff for today. For whatever reason, I just need to do more moving around. Ah, nuts. Let's try that. Thanks, Franco. I think it's come along pretty well. Well, shucks. Does anybody who uses why is it black? I even have like rendering mode, opaque, cutout, fade, transparent, rendering maps. It shouldn't be black because the blue glass is coming through fine. It doesn't even have an albedo map. If I switch it from opaque to transparent. Oh, right. That's why. Forgot I did that. Albedo. And then a metallic map. And that should work. Fingers crossed. Ah, rats. I switched the rendering mode to opaque and it liked it just fine. It's not black, is it? Do I have color 2? That doesn't work on that anymore. Anyway. And you can tell it looks different from here. Let's try that. See if we can like at least get some reflectiveness on here. Still nothing. Those textures are still a void. What's going on with the tailpipe, though? And I'm going to set this to cutout. Yep. Perfectly fine with that. I'm just gonna import this one more time. What are my opinions on currencies? Yeah. I don't know. They're cool, man. I haven't really thought about them a whole lot. You know, if you are upset that there isn't a subreddit for made-up currencies, then just make your own. I mean, the one for made-up flags had to start somewhere. There's got to be a word for it. There's got to be a word for like some kind of like made up currency. Like vexillology. Yeah, they do have the titanium, but not the octanium. I've got a model that I could use to import, but until it's time to upgrade the silencers roster, anything that I tried would just be like half cocked. Now it takes time to import stuff because you gotta like troubleshoot. It takes even more time for like these motorcycle models just because of how wacky they are. Duh! Alameo. It just gets wacky on the do not replace. But it does work like it's cut out. Wow. That's crazy. All right, well, I'm going to mess with this later. Thanks for everybody who stayed and watched, tuned in. I love you all. And I hope to see you next Saturday for the endurance tournament. Registration is open for that. Go ahead and just ping Delta on the server if you want to join a team. I'm not opening the registration for that this week because we're trying it a different way so we can keep an eye on balancing. I didn't forget.